Hi friends, it's Auntie Cuckoo here, and today I'm sharing with you 5 Dollar Tree DIYs for 3 different holidays, all in one simple DIY. Let's get started on the first one. Let's get started on our Halloween DIYs. For these, you'll need 2 of these skull pieces of decor from the Dollar Tree. They're just the little skulls up on the plastic pedestals. You're going to want a lot of these in my future DIYs. Now I did pick up these glass cylinder containers from the Dollar Tree. This one has a bit of a beveled edge on the bottom and a candlestick from the Dollar Tree. Mine is already painted black. If yours is not, just pick whatever color you choose and paint it. You'll also need some marbles. These can often be found on the toy aisle in Dollar Tree. And one of the little mini hacksaws. You can also just use some really good scissors. You'll also need either a glue gun or some E6000, any kind of adhesive. First, you're going to start by taking the skull off of your pedestal and then either using your saw or some very good scissors, just start working away at the top portion. We're just going to remove this slowly but surely, turning our what is now a lid a little at a time as we work. Soon enough, it pops right off. And now those marbles come into play. I just put a marble right in the bottom, added some glue, and let it set for a few minutes so that the glue could really strongly adhere. This gives us a surface to go ahead and glue the little glass marble on the top, giving it a finished look. And it certainly doesn't look like it was a piece of Halloween decor now. I gave my pieces a coat of flat black spray paint. My candle holder was a little bit too glossy. Now I brought them inside to attach the base to my glass cylinder with some hot glue, flipping it over, and now I can add my candy corn. I think these make super cute apothecary jars. You could paint these in white or red, use them throughout the holidays with peppermints in them, or even at birthday parties. But now we're on to DIY for Halloween number 2. This one is definitely more on the spooky side, and for this one we're going to be repeating the process to create the lid, just keeping our skull this time as part of our decor. So what you'll need is one of these skulls we took off of the pedestal, some string lights that you can find at the Dollar Tree, and some Spanish moss. The hardest part of this project will just be opening up your battery pack to put your batteries in. Make sure you have a tiny screwdriver available to do that. Now you'll need to take your skull and force in the back so that it will fit into our jar. Now I just wanted to see how tall my battery pack was going to be so that I could cover it with some moss using my string lights to bind them together. Then you just pop them right inside of your jar, making sure that your on-off switch is facing up. Now I'm going to add a little bit more moss right on top of that to hide that little switch, and add your skull. That's all there is to it. I think this is a really fun piece of table decor for Halloween. If you're hosting a dinner or you just want to decorate a little bit more on a budget, this is a great solution and you can reuse it in so many ways. And this is what it looks like with the lights turned down. It really is creepy and spooky, perfect for Halloween. But now it's time for autumn and fall. So let's get on to DIY number 3. This is our Farmhouse inspired fall canister with a rustic galvanized lid. Now you could put anything in this, but for this one, I'm going to be using some of the mini pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I also have some of their Excelsior grass, and I had on hand a very little amount of this metallic spray paint in my stash. Obviously, let's get started with that lid. After I created my lid, I sprayed this one with some metallic gray spray paint, and this one is in matte nickel. I finished the can. Once we're inside, to give it that galvanized look, all I did was take a little bit of black and white craft paint and lightly dabbed on the tiniest bit in a few different places. You just dab, brush, dab, and brush. And before you know it, you're going to have a really cool galvanized looking lid on your hands. Now I just took some Excelsior grass from the Dollar Tree and added my little white pumpkins. It is so simple. Now these little pumpkins do come on clips, but you can pull them right off. It is so easy. They look like this and literally twist right off. I stacked all 3 pumpkins inside of my little canister and added my jar lid. Now I have to tell you, this is my second favorite. I really like how this one turned out. I'll probably be making a few more in different sizes to have a whole set. I think these could be used any time of the year, and I think this one is so fall farmhouse. I just love it. But we all happen to know what happens right after we have our turkey on Thanksgiving. The holidays will be upon us, so I do have 2 different winter and Christmas DIYs using this same lid. So let's get right into what you'll need to make the first one. To make this vintage inspired snow scene or cloche, you'll just need all of the pieces to create your lid, including another skeleton piece of decor, some marbles. I did pick up this glass at the Dollar Tree and pulled out some gold spray paint I had on hand. You'll also need some of these bowls from the Dollar Tree. They come in a set of 4 and will serve as our base. Of course, we'll need our glue gun, and Dollar Tree is putting out their miniature figurines for Christmas villages, so make sure you pick up one of those as well. So to get started, I just recreated my lid yet again, spraying it this time in pure gold that I had on hand for my daughter's room decor. And this is going in her room. I also sprayed the bowl gold that'll serve as our base and let them dry before we headed back inside to attach our glass to the base. My first thought was to actually create a cloche attaching the lid like this to the bottom of the glass. But I decided to actually attach the bottom of the glass to the bowl and then the lid on top. That's because we're going to be using some Epsom salts from the Dollar Tree as our snow, and that way it won't be falling out. You can pick up Epsom salt anywhere, but Dollar Tree sells it on the health and beauty aisle near the medication and ace bandages. I just added a very little amount before adding my figurines and my top. You could make these in all kinds of colors, from silver and blue to gold. You could go glam with it and add a reindeer inside, or maybe even one of the mini churches that are ornaments at the Dollar Tree. But let me show you what that little idea spurred on. This was not planned, but I was looking at that gold snow globe and I thought, lantern, Christmas red lantern. So to make this last minute project and my personal favorite, I'll just simply repeat all of the steps for DIY number 4. Grab some red spray paint, and I had a wire mesh basket on hand from the Dollar Tree that I use all the time, and I took the handle off. All I did was bend it to the size and shape I wanted, added a little bit of hot glue, just a tiny bit, on both sides of the lid, and painted the entire base, lid and handle red. To do that, I just used a paintbrush. Dollar Tree also sells the nautical rope that you could use for the handle, as well as the metal wire that you can find in the floral department. So you can fashion your handle out of anything. but I just love this one. It's by far my favorite of all 5 of the DIYs. You don't necessarily need to buy a glass for this either. You may have a glass in your cupboard that you're not using that looks just like this. Let me know down in the comments which was your favorite of the 5 DIYs. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I took one piece of Halloween decor and used it to recreate new pieces for each season. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you back very soon in the next one.